Well, greetings, business communication students. This is Mr. D, and this is BUS88 at Chaffey College, spring 2025. And I just want to welcome you to my class. And I put together this video just to really give you an overview of the course as well as to introduce myself. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hi there, my name is Eric Doucette. I've been teaching at Chaffey College since 2017. I'm full-time at Norco College, but I still do teach classes at Chaffey, and I count it a privilege and honor to do that. Specifically, this class and Business 10, those are the two I predominantly teach, although I did start teaching small business management as well last semester. Anyway, I just wanted to show you a few things about our course as well as show you how to log into Canvas. So I don't know if this is your first class, probably not. You probably are already a student here at Chaffey because this is a class that most students take near the end rather than near the beginning. But either way, if you've never logged into Canvas before, the best way to do it is to go ahead and go to the Chaffey College website. And you just need to select My Chaffey Login at the top of the page. And when you do that, it's going to step you through the process of logging in. Now, I already have an account, so it already recognized me there, but you'll have to log in. And some of the credentials with which you will log in is it's going to be your email address, it's going to be your username, and then your student ID should be your password. So keep that in mind. And I think it's the first initial and your last initial and then your student ID. But there is a little help there. In fact, let me just log out for a second here. And then what I'll do is I'll go back in and it's going to ask me to sign in, and it gives you a little help. So I'm going to select Canvas again. And then right here, so it says Chaffey College says students log in with your first and last initial plus your Chaffey ID. So that would be, I guess, your user. That would be your password. And then anyway, once you log in, it's going to help you do that. Then you're going to, in my case, I have a secondary check system, and then it brings you to your home page in Canvas. So, and Canvas will list whatever courses you're taking, or in my case, whatever courses I'm teaching, and any other folders that are relevant to my job here. So I'm teaching Business 10 and Business 88, and then later on Business Management 45 starts in February. So I'm going to go ahead and select the folder for our class, which is Business 88. That'll be the only Business 88 that you see on your dashboard. And that brings you to our home page in Canvas. So the home page, I kind of laid it out with a little table to help you navigate as well as to get what you need at your fingertips. So if at any time you're not really sure where you're at or what you should be doing, just come back to the home button up here at the very top. And that'll bring you back to this page, and that'll help you navigate. On this page, I have a Start Here button, which I'll talk about in just a second. This is where you're going to go the first time you log in, but there is a syllabus button. In essence, I have the syllabus link to that, so just click it. It'll open up the most current syllabus. It also allows you to download it. I have a Cengage link, so we're going to be using the Cengage book that was on the first screen. It's The Essentials of Business Communication by Guffey and Lowy. It's 11th edition. You should be able to get it. It's quite old, so you should be able to get a pretty inexpensive copy of it if you don't want to use the linked copy to the class, because there is an ebook linked to the class, which is going to cost you about 50 to 60 bucks. So the first thing you might want to do is register for the book by clicking this Cengage link right here. You can also click it in the Start Here section. But it'll bring you to Cengage. The book's already linked, and you pay the 50 bucks, 60 bucks, and then you have access to read the book online via ebook. So if you want to get a hard copy, though, you're certainly welcome to do that and not pay for that link. But either way, that's what that's for. There's some course videos that I did over the years. I actually taught this class during COVID online, so I actually kept the videos for that. So you're welcome to watch those. They're more extra than anything. Then there's office hours, and I do not have any office hours at Chaffey. However, if I do set up a meeting with you, you can click the office hours link, and there's a link in there on meeting with me in Zoom and where we would meet. There's a help button at the bottom here that gives you my contact information as well as the help desk at Chaffey and the Canvas phone number. So if you need to call about any Canvas issues or call about any technical issues you have, that both the contact information for that. There's also a little form at the bottom, so if you click reply, you can ask questions, and I can see them and other students can see them, and we can respond that way. And then you have your 3 modules. This class is broken into 3 modules, so if you select the module based off of the dates below, that's the module we'll be in during that time. And it's really all the same page. It just brings you to where that part of the module starts, the next module. So we'll come back to that in a second. First thing I'm going to do is click Start Here. And this is where you're going to want to go when you first log in. So there's a little introduction from me, a little explanation about the course. There's a bio link right here if you want to learn more about me. This is, of course, an online class. Here's another link to get the textbook. If you've not registered, you can select that. It'll bring you to Cengage, and you can pay to link pay for the linked ebook. If navigating the class, I told you if you're on a computer, you just click the home button at the very top. But if you're on a phone or a tablet, it doesn't have that. You have to actually come up to the top and click the little V or down arrow, and then that'll open up the same menu that you see on your computer here to the left, and that'll give you the home screen, so you can click home there. But here's what you need to do to get started. You need to read the syllabus, so the syllabus is attached there as well as on the home page. You need to watch the welcome video, which you're doing now. You need to register for the book, so here again is a link to the book, or if you want to search Amazon or Chegg, they are available. I think they're renting it on Chegg for really cheap, but I don't know how long the rental is, but this book is older, so it gives you the chance to get it quite inexpensively. And then if you want, once you've done all that, then you can get started on your coursework by clicking module number 1 here, or going to the home page table and selecting module number 1. And we'll do that in just a second. A couple other things here is there is a schedule here of all the class weeks, what you should be working on, what's due, etc. So the entire class is laid out for you as a schedule. So make sure you review that. If you're ever wondering, oh, what's due this week and you can't seem to find it, it should be listed in modules, but if it isn't or something you can't find or you want to look ahead, just come here and look at the schedule. It's also at the last couple pages of the syllabus. So once you've kind of navigated, we'll go ahead and just do the start here by going to module 1. So we're going to do that. And module number 1, it opened it. So module number 1 starts here. Now there are some other additional helps up here. There's a tutorial for Canvas, once again my bio, and then here's a link to the ebook as well. So if you just click that, it'll open the ebook and you can read the ebook on your computer. And then you start to get going on your coursework. So there's PowerPoints for every chapter. You're certainly welcome to read those and review those as far as helps. There's an initial mandatory check-in assignment that you must do by the first Sunday of the class. If you don't do it, you will be dropped. So please complete that ASAP. It's just an introductory assignment, introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about you. Then you're going to be reading chapter 1. So there's a quiz on chapter 1. And then on week number 1, there's a pretest. It's about 25 questions. You're going to get 10 points no matter how you do. It's just to see what you already know about business communications in the office environment. So complete that for basically free 10 extra credit points. And by the way, both of these first 2 assignments are extra credit. So you're going to start out over 100% in the class. But every time you do an assignment, though, that gets added to the pool of points out of, and then your percentage will drop down. But I've seen students actually remain above 100% the entire class. So that's week number 1. And going into week number 2, then every week you will have a check-in assignment. And this is basically just me asking you questions directly out of the textbook because I want to make sure you're reading it and that you're utilizing it. So there's usually 3 or 4 questions from each chapter. And these are really important items that I think you need to know and not miss. So I'm kind of directing you to them, but this isn't a difficult assignment. You're just giving me the textbook answer. That's all you're doing. So it's usually going to be a sentence or 2 long, usually 2 or 3 sentences long, explaining the answer to the questions I'm asking you. And they're basically right out of the textbook. So every week you will have a check-in assignment, and they're only open for 1 week, and then they close and you can't make them up. These are in place of what I call class participation. So just like you can't go back and re-participate in a class that you've missed, you can't go back and make up a check-in assignment. So don't skip these. They'll add up quickly, but they're worth 10 points each. And it's basically you did it or you didn't do it. If you did it, you get the 10 points. If you didn't do it, you don't. And then there's a quiz again every week. So you'll have a quiz and a check-in assignment every week. And then the way the class is broken up into 3 modules, there's 3 major emphases with each module. Module number 1 focuses on really just internal business communications, so speaking, presentations, things like that. And that's why you're going to be giving a individual presentation that you're going to prepare. You're going to build a PowerPoint presentation. You're going to record yourself giving it. And that's really your major assignment for module number 1, in addition to the check-in and quizzes that you'll be doing every week, and the discussion posts that you'll be doing. The discussion post is actually open the entire module, so you have like 6 weeks to complete it. Not a big deal, but it is a progressive discussion post. So you're supposed to do something at the beginning, something in the middle, and then something near the end. But it's all tied into what you're doing. So in this case, the first discussion post is, what are the do's and don'ts of giving a good presentation? And then you're going to actually be giving a presentation. So it all kind of fits together. So that'll be module number 1. Module number 2 is focused on business writing. So there'll be a discussion post on that, the do's and don'ts of business writing, which I actually, if you watch the video or join me in Zoom for the business writing video, you'll be given the entire answer for that discussion post. And by the way, I will have a Zoom session each module. The first one will be explaining the individual presentation assignment. The second Zoom session will be in module 2, explaining business writing. And then the third module will be explaining the mock interviews. And that's what the emphasis of the third module is employment communications, where we're going to be doing resume, cover letter, and interview skills. And the class will end with mock interviews. This is where we will all join small groups in Zoom, various dates. You can pick whatever date works for you, and you'll either be interviewed or you'll interview somebody else. And this is something that you need to do live at some point over the last 3 weeks of the class. So I will give you ample opportunity to sign up for a date and time that works for you. I'll do something during the day, something at night during the week, and something on the weekend. So that way, if one of those dates, I'll give you 9 different opportunities to sign up for one of those, and you just need to do one. So whatever works in the last 3 weeks of class for you. If you choose not to do that assignment, then you can do a writing assignment in its place. But please let me know that right away, so that way I can get you going, or at least know that you're not going to participate in the mock interviews. But trust me, the mock interview is probably the easiest points you'd ever earn, and it's also something that most students say was the highlight of the class. So anyway, so that's pretty much it for this course. I kind of went a little longer than I was anticipating, but if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I think most of this is pretty much self-explanatory, but I wanted to make sure I at least introduce myself and went over some of these items with you. And like I said, we'll be having Zoom sessions on all the major assignments coming up, and I'll give you plenty of opportunity. In fact, it's already listed in your syllabus, and it's already listed here. If you scroll down, for instance, week number 2, this is our first Zoom session on Wednesday it's actually at 10 a.m. And just so you know, I do record all the Zoom sessions. So if you can't make it because of classes or work, I will record it and I will post it, and you're able to watch it at a later date. And I highly recommend that you watch it if you can't participate in it. So, all right, well, have a great start of the semester. And if you need me, get a hold of me. If not, you'll see me again, I'm sure, on a video in the next week or two. And until then, have a good start.